Hey guys, there's a fair bit of lavender growing in the yard, so it's time to make lavender liqueur. That's taco. So I am following a recipe I found on the Wee Pearl YouTube channel, which is a good channel. I recommend. I'll leave a link to it down below. But I did do a slight variation because I can't leave well enough alone, and I had this idea to sort of bump up the lavender flavors, so I'll tell you about that in a minute. So I'm using fresh lavender for this because I got a ton of it growing in my yard. You could of course use dried lavender, which for most people is probably much easier. For me, since I've got all this lavender in the yard, there's no reason for me to buy dried lavender, but let me just show you what I did. So I cut some lavender, and then I spent a few minutes plucking the flowers off of the stems. This is a little bit tedious, but you don't want all those stems steeping in your vodka. Following the recipe, I put in 3 tablespoons of lavender flowers into a jar. I probably went a little bit over. And I did 3 butterfly tea flowers. This is mostly to just get the color nice and purple, because just doing the lavender just doesn't give you a real vibrant color. So I put all this in a jar, I put in a cup of vodka and let it sit overnight. So this is where it gets a little bit weird. I have seen people making rose water on YouTube, and I thought that might work with lavender, so I decided to just give it a shot. So what I did basically was set up a tiny sort of still in my kitchen, put the lavender in a pot with some water, I put a small dish in the pot to elevate this second little dish. Then I put a bowl over the pot, which I put ice in. Now the idea is that you boil the water, the steam comes up with all of its lavenderiness, condenses on the bowl and drips back down into that second little dish. Pretty neat. You're sort of getting all the essence of the flowers into the water, you know. That's basically what rose water is. So this worked, kind of. The lavender water wasn't super intense, not as intense as rose water that you might buy at the store. So I was a little disappointed, but the water that was in the pot got a real nice purple color and had a pretty intense lavender flavor. So what I decided to do was take the sugar I was gonna use in my liqueur, which is just shy of half a cup, and I decided I would just make a quick lavender simple syrup with the water from the pot. So I did 125 grams of sugar, 125 grams of water. Now, I feel good about this because I'm using 100 proof vodka in my infusion, and I don't mind watering that down just a little bit, so I don't have such a high proof liqueur. I also threw in a little bit of this lavender water that I made because, you know, why not? And there you have it, lavender liqueur. Now you could definitely skip this lavender water step, but I'm finding this tastes pretty good. So, there you go. It's got a really nice purple color. I think those butterfly pea flowers are pretty awesome if you want to have a blue thing, like, you know, make your own blue curacao or whatnot. The flavor is, I mean, it's got a really nice flowery aroma. It's definitely lavender. Sort of lightly sweet. It's got like a sort of slight grassiness, a sort of slight vegetable kind of flavor, which is pretty fun. Anyway, I call this a success. Now, I'm going to make an aviation with this because that seems like a fine idea. Now, let's get to it. check it out. Now, Aviations aren't my all-time favorite. This is why I never bought Creme de Violette, but this is pretty good. It's tart from that lemon. It's got it's a nice sweetness. The lavender's coming through nicely. I put it in a 1/2 ounce instead of a 1/4 ounce because I wasn't that confident in my lavender flavor, but it's coming through nice. It's balancing out well with the maraschino. This is a good drink. And I had another thought. Last year, I made an improved gin cocktail with lavender syrup and maraschino. That's one of my faves. If you just took the lemon out of this, you would pretty much have that. So I'm kind of thinking that might be a good option, just like a stirred gin drink with lavender and maraschino. Yeah, why not? Maybe some bitters, maybe a bar spoon of sugar. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks to the Wee Pearl for giving me this idea, and we'll see you next time.